Brothers and sisters, coming from his studio located in the great state of Texas, the undeniable, irresistible, bearded mic slinger, the hard-working man himself, Linwood Presley King.
What is up, y'all? What is up, y'all? I'm so happy to be here with y'all tonight, baby. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. Woo! Yes, yes. I waited all week for this day, baby. I'm talking. I've been working hard all week, and I waited all week for this day to come along. And I'm glad it's finally here, y'all. I'm glad it's finally here. Let's see. Let me put this together. All right. How y'all doing today? Did you guys have an awesome week? I hope you did. I had a good week. My hands are a little bit sore because I was helping my son out. He had a plumbing problem at home at his house, and I went over there and I think we fixed it, y'all. I think we fixed it. If you're following me the past couple of days, I was out there digging in the dirt. I was getting deep up in there, digging real deep in there, and I got the plumbing and I found it, and it was a tough job, but I got it done. So I wanted to come on here tonight. I'm gonna hang out tonight. I got me my coffee in my official Gibson guitar cup right here. This cup right here was given to me by Gibson Guitars, yo. I was in Los Angeles a couple weeks ago on tour with the Heroin, and my good friend, my artist relationship guy, Maclovio Perez, gave me this cup, and I'm very proud of it. I probably had around 3 or 4 of these cups, y'all, and every time they break. Every time I have them, they break. So I'm trying to take better care of this one. So where y'all from? Well, tell me where y'all. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas, where it's been a little rainy. I'm happy about that. My grass is starting to look good. My plants are growing strong because the rain gives it some extra nutrients. From what I hear, the rain gives it nitrogen, and that nitrogen just helps it up. All right, welcome. All right, man. L.A., Whiter. All right, Texas. All right, brother. Upstate New York. Great to see you guys. I'm glad you're hanging out. My name is Linwood King. I'm here. I'm a front man. Independence, Missouri, Oklahoma. I love me some Oklahoma. Jerry Garcia in the house. I like Jerry Garcia, y'all. I wish I can sing like him. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Linwood King. I run a band called The Heroin. We tour all over the country. And I come around here once in a while, probably every day when I'm not on tour. I come in here and I play music. I'm not very good. I try. But you know what? I like having fun and engage with my audience. Follow me if you can. Do me a favor, like this and share it, baby. Because I'm trying to grow my stats, y'all. My kids tell me, Daddy, you got to get on. Freak me.
Well, clearly they didn't fix it.
They did not.
Like there's a problem still.
They did not fix the truck?
Nope.
The truck that we spent $2,000 fixing the transmission?
More than that.
More than that, son?
Yeah. I paid for it. I didn't pay for it.
All right. I love you, boy. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you.
Hey, come visit Daddy. All right? Please.
All right.
Because Daddy misses you, son. All right. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. So that's my boy right there. My son Elijah Thomas. We have a 1996 Dodge Dakota. That was my pops, and we've been trying to save it, and we got a new motor for it, a new transmission for it, and we're trying to keep it going because we like it a lot, right? And I took it to the shop about a month ago. They fixed it. I took it out of the shop. I drove around, and the transmission's still messed up. So that's my boy checking in on me. Let's see his shirt tight. I can barely breathe. I'm telling you. All right. We do live close, man. Bellflower, dude, thank you guys for hanging out. Listen. So I got me this little sound right here. Listen to this. I figured that's something I just learned, that little sound. And it makes me real happy because I've been wanting to and then I figured this out right here. So I'm getting that worked out. Anyhow, that was my son Elijah Thomas. We're trying to get that truck worked on, but sometimes, you know, I hate spending money on stuff like that, man. We probably put around 10 grand. I'm serious, about $10,000 into that pickup truck. It makes me sad, man. Like, it makes me sad because I want it to work. It was my pop's truck, and I want it to work. I want it to get out there and play. I want to drive it around. Yeah, it is, man. It is a cool sound. I really dig it. How does it feel to be a Texas juggernaut? I mean, really, it feels kind of good, you know, when they call me the Texas juggernaut. I love, you know, the thing is, man, I love playing shows. I love playing shows, and if I can play rock and roll every night, I'm happy. But I can't because we gotta come home and take care of business, right? But it does feel good, people. When people recognize your art and your talent, it does feel really good. I'm also an entrepreneur. You know, I have a couple of businesses that I started. Man, COVID screwed them up, though. COVID really screwed up my businesses, and we're recovering, though. I got a call today from one of my business partners, and they said, hey, things are looking better. And I said, all right, I want things to look better. So, ever play with the Super Suckers? Yeah, I have, and actually got offered a tour with the Super Suckers last year, man. We were going to do a bunch of tour dates with them, but it didn't work out. And then our agent was going to put us with the Texas Hippie Coalition, and that didn't work out. So we just did a tour and got off tour last Sunday. A week ago today, I was playing in Seattle, Washington. I was playing in Seattle, and it was a killer show. That show in Seattle was awesome. I love playing in Seattle, y'all. The people in Seattle are just really cool people. I mean, they're nice. They encourage you, and they're my friends. I have a lot of friends out there. So the Super Suckers, yeah, my buddies just played with them also. They're a good band, I'm telling you. Right now we're working out some tour dates. But when you're in a band, it's difficult because everyone's got plans sometimes, and now, you know, as a manager and as a booking agent, sometimes the agent has to try and get everyone on the same page because, you know, we all have different, you know, we have families, we have things going on, and so it's always good. You got to communicate when you're in a band, y'all. You got to. And if you don't communicate, that's gonna screw you up. Because you'll be like, hey, who wants to play this weekend? I can't because I'm going to the movies. And then it's like, damn, you're going to the movies? I can't even afford to go to the movies. How can you get to go to the movies? I can't even afford to go to the movies. And then y'all start fighting. Well, how come you're making more money than me? And then, you know how that goes, y'all. You know how that. I know how that goes. It's not easy. It's not easy. But COVID kind of screwed things up, man. Before I forget, y'all, I have to drink my coffee too. I have a habit of pouring me coffee and then not drinking it, right? I pour it and it sits there. And this coffee right here is already, it's not hot, but it's warm. I like my coffee hot. So last year, I was in here. Last year I was in here. I was screwing around, and after I got done messing around, I realized one of my pedals was turned off. And I dialed in my sound last night with that pedal off. And this pedal is important because it acts as an amp for me. Because I play magnetone amps, but this pedal itself is not a mag. It's a Sans amp little. I don't know. But let me see. Turn that off here. So I feel bad because I got my sound dialed in last night, and tonight it's just kind of sucks because I don't know what it's going to sound like. I'm here. First note, no effects. That's pretty loud. Let me go down to the... All right, let me see. So I was messing around here last night playing playing some stuff, but let me see. What key am I in? What key am I in? I'm gonna be that's B flat. So I'm gonna go to G. I'm gonna play a song that really you probably have heard before, but let's see. We can go to. Wasn't that terrible? Boom. I'm gonna try it again, y'all. I'm gonna try it again. That has a funky sound to it, but a little kind of a little delay type thing. I'm digging it though. I'm digging it. My tone, my rhythm, my tempo always changes because I'm not really good at this, but I'm gonna do my best. I think I'm gonna throw a little bass line in. That's not very good, but that makes it much different. One of my kids came up in here. I'm digging that. Shorty, get down. Good Lord.
Strictly paid, she don't play around. Cover much ground. Getting paid by the pound. Getting paid is a forte. Each and every day, the true play away. I can't get her out of my mind, yo. I think about the girl all the time, yo. East side to the west side, pushing fat rides, causing no surprise. She got tips on the stash, stacks on the cash, fast when it comes to the gas. By no means average, she's on when she's got to have it. Oh baby, you are perfect 10 oh, hey. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I gotta back it up now. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I gotta back it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, gotta back it up. I like the way you work it. Alright, let's play some of this right here. Come on, baby. Play some guitar. work it. No diggity, I gotta back it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I gotta back it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I gotta back it up. I like the way you work it. Back it all and work it. I love that riff right there. means again. By no means average. She's on when she's got to have it. Baby, you were perfect 10 now. Oh, baby, come on. I like the way you work it, baby. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I gotta back it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I gotta back it up, baby. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I gotta back it up, baby. I like the way you work it.
Man, I'm telling you, what a way to spend my Friday night, y'all. I'm going to hang out with my wife and kids in a minute. But I said, I'm going to go on TikTok Live and see if I can't get 3 people to watch me play. And I doubled that number, y'all. I'm very proud right now. That means a lot to me. Thank you for sticking with me. Please follow my page. You know, that will mean a lot if you follow my page. My name's Linwood. If you know me already, well then, thank you for hanging out with me again. And if you don't know me, my name's Linwood, and I'm a musician. I try to be a musician, anyhow. And I lost my cigar, and that's not a good thing when you're smoking a cigar. It's not a good thing when you're smoking a cigar and you drop it somewhere. Where did my cigar go? I know I lit it up, because here's my lighter. Where would it be? I'm pretty sure I set it down right there. Right? I just got so much into that song, I got lost, and then my cigar disappeared. Unless I smoked it that fast, but I don't think I smoked my cigar that fast. I think it's impossible for a gentleman to smoke a cigar that quickly and it just disappear. Let me do a little squat down here. Maybe it fell. I mean, where did my cigar go? That was a really good cigar. I got my coffee. Bro, thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. What's up, son? Okay, my kids. If you have kids, you probably do, right? And as parents, we like to buy the good stuff for ourselves, you know, and you stash it, right? So I went to Sam's. I bought me some Twinkies and Ding Dongs, and I did not want my kids to know where they were. But somehow or another, they found them. That's the thing about kids. Close the door, son. That's the thing about kids, man. They'll sniff anything out. Kids will sniff anything out. I'm telling you, if you want to be alone with mama, right? Say you put the cartoons on for the kids and you want to be alone with mama, and you put it on in the room. The moment they know you and mama want to be alone, they come knocking on the door. And they don't just knock on the door, baby. They cry. They cry like they're getting abused or something. That's how kids are. So they sniffed out where my freaking ding dongs were in my TikTok. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. I found my cigar. How did it end up way over here? Ugh. Oh, snap. Now I'm tangled up. That did look kind of funny. I'm watching the replay on my screen. That was pretty funny. I looked a little bit funny right there. That was kind of embarrassing. I got tangled up with my wire and my body kind of shook. So, thanks again for hanging out. I got my cigar. Once again, y'all, I front the band. The Heroin is a rock and roll band from San Antonio, Texas. And that's my thing. I'm a front man. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a great, you know, I've come to accept that I'm not a great guitarist. I've come to accept that I'm not a great singer. But I also have come to accept that the one thing I am good at is fronting a rock and roll band. I know how to front a rock and roll band. I know how to throw a show with people. And that's the thing. I may lack in some areas, but there's one area I'm an expert in, and that's like getting surgical. Fronting a rock and roll band. I can front a rock and roll band. My band, The Heroin. That if you want to see the greatest rock and roll show in the world, you catch The Heroin on tour. I'm not lying. You go look at my page and see some of the stuff we have on there, and go listen to our music. The Heroin is the baddest band in the world. I'm good at fronting the band. That's what I do. I'm a front man. I'm also good at other things. You know, I'm good with my hands. You know, my hands know how to work. My hands know how to work. So, anyhow, I found my cigar. That was embarrassing earlier, but you're my friends. I don't mind. I've been embarrassed before. It don't bother me none. I'm just sorry you had to see that. I'm sorry you people, all 10 of y'all had to see that. I'm, again, a little embarrassed about it. But I'm going to carry on anyhow. Let's see here. So the hardest part for me in doing this whole setup is getting the drum beat right. The drum beat's very important. Oh, that's the second hardest thing. The first hardest is getting the guitar loop right on it. So I'm gonna try and figure out this beat. See, let me figure the guitar riff is. There it was. I think I got it. And I'm having this problem with my machine right here. For some reason, it keeps just shutting off by itself. And I don't know. It's just from inactivity. Look at there, it did it again. And I had the battery charging. It's shutting off by itself, and I'm not understanding why it's doing that. See, that worked out. I don't know if it's in time. I don't like that. It needs to be a little bit faster. Let me see. I think that's it. I'm gonna try it. It's kind of fast, but it's okay. I wrote this song for my wife. It's a love song, y'all. It's a love song. I'm not gonna attempt that. Get me up, you get me down.
Every which way, baby. I want you around, I need your loving. Stay here next to me. You get me high, you get me low. You get me every which way, baby. I want you to know I need your loving. Stay here with me. It's you, baby. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's always gonna be with you. It's you. I love you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's always gonna be with you. It's you. I love you. You give me in. You give me out. You give me every which way, baby. I don't wanna be without your loving, girl. Stay here next to me. You give me high. You give me low. You give me every which way, baby. I want you to know I need your loving. Stay
Bro, that was my new song. I mean, I think it's going to be a hit. That song right here has got banger written all over it, baby. Actually, I recorded that song in June. I wrote it in one night. It's the simplest song in the world. It's the simplest song in the world. I wrote it in one night, and I went to the studio the next day. I called my friend, who's an amazing drummer. I said, "Hey, Landis, I got the song. First, I called my producer. I said, Spencer, I got this song, brother. It's a banger." And he goes, "You know what, Linwood? Come in tomorrow night." And I said, "But I ain't got no musicians, and no one knows the song." And he said, "You know what, Linwood? You'll figure it out." I called up a drummer. I said, "Landis, can you play the drums with me on this new song I wrote?" He says, "Yeah, buddy, but I need to do it in my studio." And I said, "Landis, you know Spencer's my producer, Landis. I can't leave Spencer behind. Spencer's my producer." And Landis like, "Yeah, but my drums sound better in my studio," because Landis is the producer also. And I said, "Landis, please, man, I got this thing worked out with Spencer." So Landis says, "Okay, I'll go to Spencer's, but you got a bass player?" And I said, "You know what? I need a bass player." He goes, "I got the perfect bass player." So he shows up to the studio the same night. I mean, we didn't even practice or nothing, people. We show up to the studio, and I said, "The song's like this, y'all. The song is it's like a C with the funky little thing in it. Then it goes like a D sharp, and then it goes like an E minor. Then it goes to a D and a G." And then they go, "All right, Linwood, I think we got it. I think we got it." And I'm going to play y'all. Can I play y'all the studio version? It may not sound very good, but can I play you the studio version just real quick? I want you to hear the studio version real quick, because this is actually what we did in the studio. And I'm going to find out. Let's see here. This is a song I've never shown anyone. This is the first time I'm showing it to anybody. It's never been played online, and it's a brand new song. It's the song I just played for y'all. Let me see what it sounds. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's see what it sounds like. Let me see here. Where's it at? Here we go. It's a lot slower. I got it too loud. Here we go.
Yeah. You get me high, you get me low, you get me every which way, baby. I want you to know I need you. I need you next to me.
Yeah! Come on!
You get me in, you get me out, you get me every which way, baby. I don't want to be without your loving. Stay next to me.
Here's the chorus right here.
It's you. 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 It's always gonna be you. It's you. It's you. It's you. I love you.
That's me on the guitar right there. I'm not very good. That's in the studio. And then
You get me high.
you get me low.
You get me
Every which way, baby.
I want you to know I need you right here. Stay next to me.
My falsetto is pretty good.
You get me up. You get me down. You get me every which way, baby. I want you around. I need your loving. Stay next to me.
It's you, baby.
It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's always gonna be you. It's you. It's you. It's you. I love you.
That got me so excited. That's the actual, what's up, Ricky? That's the actual studio recording of that song. And we did that in 3 takes. That was 3 takes. And,
I'm excited to release that song because first it's a love song to my wife. And I think it's a good song. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But I think it's a good song. I think it's catchy. I think it's got a hook. Man, I've been. Today was a busy day, brother. I was running all over the city of San Antonio today. But let's see. The song was. I think it's got a good hook, man. I like the guitar riff in it. The vocals sound amazing, y'all. I'm just playing. They sound all right. I think they sound all right. But so we're thinking of a video for this because I'm gonna release it next month, and I'm trying to get a video together for this. So my wife and I have these ideas where in the video, it's gonna be me like creeping on her, like she'd be vacuuming and I'm just standing in the corner staring at her, and then she'd be walking around. I'm in the bushes, like she's got a lot of plants on the outside, and I'm peeking through the plants, staring at her, and kind of a creepy but funny vibe. That's what we're thinking. So. That's the song. I'll release it next month. I hope y'all liked it. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to share my music with people, man. It's easier here on TikTok because I know not a lot of people watch me. But when it comes to sharing my music, it's scary because I recorded that song and I want it to be a good song to do well. To get a lot of streams on it and a lot of plays. So thanks for listening. So, let's see. I wanted to hang out again and smoke my cigar, which I'm doing. Earlier, I lost my cigar. If you were watching earlier, I misplaced it. It like dropped somewhere, and I couldn't find it, and then I found it, and I'm really happy about that because I cannot deal with a lost cigar. Let me see if I can. Let me try and get another banger out. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm gonna play an older song. It sounds real heavy. Lower that down a little bit. That guitar sounds really bad on that E string. On fire, no one can save me but you.
strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. wicked thing to say. That you never felt this way. Wicked thing to do. Make me dream of you, baby. Now I wanna fall in love. Now I wanna fall in love with you. Baby, I wanna fall in love with you. Baby, I wanna fall in love with you. Oh, come on.
I kind of got lost in that, man. That was just an accidental little, it just stopped right there, and I liked it a lot. So I started just having fun with it. So it's been real hot out here in Texas, but the past week we've been having rain finally. My grass is loving it because I planted some new grass in my yard, some St. Augustine, about 2 years ago, and it was growing so good. It was growing so good, y'all. My grass was like coming in strong, and we hired someone to mow my lawn when I was on the road back in June. And you know what they did? I'm gonna tell you what they did. They mowed the lawn too short. 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 It's too short, damn it! It's too short, damn it! It's too short, damn it! They mowed the lawn too short. Now, if you know anything about grass, y'all, and I don't mean that devil's lettuce. Come on, y'all. You go over there like, all right, what's he talking about grass? So when you mow the lawn too short, people, it messes stuff up. What it does is it'll kill the grass. And I'm gonna break it down to you real quick. I just noticed something, so I'm gonna be walking over here while I explain this to you. So what it does, people, is it messes up a lot of things, especially your new grass, because you gotta water your grass all the time. And so I was on the road. I'm plugging this thing in real quick. I don't want to lose y'all. I was on the road in June, and when I'm on tour, if I'm on the road, I try and hire someone to do the yard for me. And I hired this young, strong, good gentleman, good man. And he asked me how short I want my yard. And I said, you know, I have my lawnmower set already to number 5. Just keep it there. So I come home after the road, and I noticed the yard was extremely short. And so I said to the gentleman, did you mow my yard at 5? He said, no, I put it down to 2. Oh, and I was so upset, but I couldn't show my anger to him because he's a friend of mine. So I went to the backyard and I sat down and I started watching my grass die in front of my eyes because it was like 104 degrees in Texas out here, and I was watching my grass start to wither away. So now it's withered away. It's been 2 months now, but the grass is dead. There's patches of dead grass all over my backyard. And if you follow my page, you know I take pride in my backyard. My backyard is my paradise for my wife and my kids. We put a lot of money in the backyard. I put over $15,000 this summer in my backyard. I built an outhouse with plumbing. I built an outhouse with plumbing. We got some new trees and then my yard's dying. But you know, with the rain, thankfully, the rain saves us, y'all. Thank the Lord for the rain, because now my grass is getting that much needed nutrients. That's going to give it some extra spice, and it's going to grow from the ground and get really good. And I can sit there on my yard, and I can watch my grass, and I can walk on it barefoot. I was really poor, y'all. I'm still kind of poor, but I was poor. I was poor a while back. Actually, I'm gonna tell you about my house. My house was probably the worst house in my neighborhood. I'll be honest with you. I just couldn't. My fence was falling apart, and I didn't mow my yard like I should have. And one of my neighbors would always call the city on me. And I knew who it was. And I was out trying to play music and make money playing music. And there's not a lot of money in music, especially when you're first starting out. My fence was falling apart. My house was maroon. My house was the color of my pants, y'all. Who paints a house this color? I don't know. But my house falling apart, and my wife and I worked real hard together to build our house, and now we got the house with siding, and that's white and black, and we built ourselves a nice fence. The fence is beautiful. I got this beautiful fence. My goats always try and kick through my fence. My goats always try and mess my stuff up. But I got this beautiful, and then we got the swimming pool put in the backyard, and we got all this nice stuff, and we've been slowly just trying to build our dream up, y'all. We come from just living paycheck to paycheck, hoping I make enough money this week to pay last week's bills, and then finally we start getting the break, and because you got to be consistent in whatever you do in life, you got to stay consistent at it. We just be consistent, and we started getting things together, and started saving and figuring stuff out. Here's the important thing, people. You got to stay on top of tithing. My wife and I tithe to our church. We're faithful tithers. We tithe and we just trust God. We tithe everything I make. I make $5. I tithe 5 cents. I make 50. My church probably hates me because every freaking week, especially now, I'm probably tithing 4 to 6 times a week because the good Lord is blessing me that much, right? And I'm having to tithe 4 to 6 times a week, and sometimes it's $5, sometimes $14, sometimes it's $60, sometimes it's $500, and so I have to anytime money hits my bank account, I tithe it right away. I hate holding on to it, and it seemed like the good Lord is just blessing, and we're making it. Now we've had some troubles. Our company's struggling. COVID messed us up. Probably messed you guys up too. My band stopped touring. I hadn't played shows. I hadn't been on tour in almost 3 years. When we were up in Seattle last Friday, we were like, how long ago were we here? And they were like, Linwood, the last time you were here, Linwood, your beard was black. And I was like, my beard was black the last time we were here? Look at that now. My beard's white now. Grayish white. And they said, yeah, 3 years. It's been 3 years since you've been here. And so we just started thinking to ourselves, 3 years went by like this. Like it's so quick. That's how fast 3 years went, man. It was like that. 3 years just like that, y'all. 3 years just like that, y'all. 3 years just like that, y'all. It just went by so quickly. 3 years just like that, y'all. 3 years just like that, y'all. 3 years just like that, y'all. Where did the time go, people? Where did the time go, people? Where did the time go, people? Time, people. Where did it go? Where did the time go? Where did the time go, people? Where did the time go? It went by so quickly, and it's funny because I'm so appreciative of God's blessing on my life. A lot of things I know I don't deserve. God is so good though, and my kids are getting older now. I know y'all probably want me to jam some music, but I just want to talk a little bit. My kids are getting older now. My oldest daughter is 22. I have 2 daughters. One just turned 22, and one is 22. And then I have a son that's 20, and then my other son's 19. And then I have my other daughter. She's 17. No, she's 16, and my other son just turned 16. And then my other son, he's 12, and then my other son is 6, and then I have a 4-year-old daughter, right? And so as I'm growing older, right, I'm seeing my kids, right, and I remember when I was a young Marine, I was probably when I left the Marine Corps, I joined right after high school. I joined the Marines, and I left. And I was 19 years old, and I left. And I remember coming back. My uncles were young and strong. My uncles looked good. They were just like probably in their 30s, right? Just looking tight and they're tough. And I now I see my uncles now, and they're in their 70s now. They're in their 60s, 70s. And so there's this time where you seem like you're ageless. Like between the ages of 19 and maybe 45, you seem like you're ageless. Like you don't age. You just kind of stay looking good, looking tight. What's up, Pete? You stay looking good between the ages of like 19 and 45. You're just looking fit, looking good. And then by the time you hit 45, 46 kind of through 50, because I'm 49 right now, there's this like you enter this change where you're stepping through this portal of becoming a wise old man. You step into it, bam. You just kind of walk into it. And that's when your hair starts to gray, and my body feels good. Like I feel good. Like I feel like I can still do it, My body feels good, but my hair is getting gray. And I think my kids are starting to see dad, instead of dad being this black hair, strong, they're starting to see dad as this old man. Like, look at my dad, he's getting old. And I remember when that happened with me with my dad. I don't remember exactly what age it was, but I remember thinking, when did his hair get so gray? Dad used to have some black. My dad looked like the Fonz, y'all. Does anybody here know who the Fonz is? Does anybody? All right. That's kind of what I've been thinking. But does anybody here know who the Fonz is? Anybody? So my dad, to me, when I was a kid, the Fonz was the coolest guy on TV. The Fonz had that black leather jacket and the blue jeans, and he had his hair combed back, and it looked sharp. Yeah, Happy Days, that's right. And so my dad, to me, looked like the Fonz, and I thought that my dad was the coolest, strongest. Man, he was awesome. My dad was. And then there came a time where I was like, my dad's got gray hair. And then and we get so busy living our lives when we're 19 to 45. We're trying to earn. There's our they call those years your what are those years? Those are your not income years. There's a word for it. I've heard it before. Your earning years. Your earning years. That's what they're called. It's called your earning years. So during your earning years, you're so busy working, trying to get in there and make it, right? You're so busy, you forget about mom and dad. And I know that happened with me. I know that happened because I left the Marines. I didn't see my parents for almost 4 years. And then I came back home. I started playing music and touring. I love my mom and dad. They're my biggest supporters, and I was always, I loved them. But I do recall I was just trying to make it, trying to be on my own. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad, so I'm feeling like I'm just saying my kids are probably seeing daddy's getting old. I remember my daughter, I used to go to my daughter's high school cheer. She was a dancer at high school. She'd do dances. She was a good dancer, my daughter, Chloe. And my daughter, Jade. They're both good dancers. And so we'd go watch them perform, and my daughter thought I was so cool because I'd show up. I'd come off tour all looking good. And I'd come up there all looking like I was styling and profiling. I was walking up to the school looking all cool. And then my daughter would be like, man, my friends all think you're cool, Daddy. They all think you're cool. And now I wonder, now that I'm getting older, my youngest daughter's 4 years old. So by the time she's in high school, I'm going to show up there probably with a cane. And they're going to be like, is that your great granddaddy? And she's going to be like, nope, that's my daddy. So it's funny to see all this, to see this stuff playing out before my eyes. It makes me think about, and it's hard to grasp, and it's kind of hard to like let it go. Yeah, you're right, brother. You'll always be yeah, bro. You're about to make me cry, P, because I'm feeling like I'm getting a little emotional because my daddy will always be my Fonz. I think for my kids, in their generation, the cool dad for them, I don't even know. They're probably watching YouTube. I don't think they know who the Fonz was because we stopped watching TV and started watching like streaming videos and stuff. So, but that's a good thing. P, you got me kind of emotional right now, brother. I'm just like thinking to myself, I miss my daddy. My daddy died in 2009. And I'm gonna play y'all a song. Let me get my other guitar real quick. I'm gonna try and sing this song. I'm gonna probably screw it up. I'm probably gonna screw it up. But I wrote this song for my kids, and the Heroin recorded it. It's actually on the Heroin's new record. I can probably sing it without crying, because I cried in the studio when I was singing it, and I hope I remember the lyrics, because you got me thinking about this song. Let me see if I can get it, if I can play it. Let me tune this guitar real quick. Holy cow. I'm gonna try and loop it in there. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. I probably can't loop it. We'll try it anyways. Worry about your troubles. Don't you worry about your problems. Hold on, my sons. Don't let no one steal your faith. Don't let no one steal your life. Hold on, for I will carry you. I will carry you. Daughter, don't you worry about your problems and let go of all your heartache. Be still, my daughters. Don't let no one take your faith, and don't let no one take your laughter. Be still, for I will carry you. I will carry you. My children, don't you give up, run your race. When times are hard, keep up the faith. Hold on, my children. Don't you carry all your burdens. Don't you carry all your pain alone. That was that song. I love that song. I wrote that song on a Sunday. I was at church. I got the idea. Thank you, guys. You know, it sounds. If you listen to the record, the Heroin's new record, the song is called "I Will Carry You," and that song is. When I was recording that song in the studio, man, I started crying because I felt like. I guess because I'm getting to the age, you know, you're getting to the age where you start to you start to feel it. You get to the age where you feel like time is fleeting. Before you live your earning years, you're busy, you're working, you're never going to get old. And then you hit this age where you start to see your children, and then have a grandson, and you start to realize that I may die soon. I may not be here much longer. And so when I was writing that song, I thought, I want my kids, when I pass away, I want them to hear this song, right? And I want them to think of Daddy, and I want them to know I have my faith. My faith is in God Almighty. I love the Lord. I love Jesus. I serve Him with all my heart, my soul. And I know that my God is my Father. My dad passed away, so my Father is my Heavenly Father. He carries me. And so I want my kids to have that legacy. I want them to feel that. When I pass on, I want them to know that they can depend on God no matter what. Because I do that. I depend on God every day. And that's what that song meant. It's just an acoustic song. It's on the Heroin's new record. I remember when I wrote it, I was in church and I showed my wife. I showed her that night, and then I went to the studio that same night. I called our producer up, and I went straight to the studio and tracked it. And that's going to be one of the songs that really means a lot to me. Let me tune this guitar again. I might as well play the acoustic. Might as well. That G string, man. Funny because my lapel mic picks up this guitar really good, so I'm not sure that's cutting through on y'all's end. I have the gain up super loud over here. I have the gain up so loud. I don't know if it's cutting through, but the gain is loud over here. I'm in E major right now. E major. Listen how I go from a major to a minor sounds so cool. It's gonna go to minor right here. Minor right here. Here it goes. Change it up to E minor. Back to a major. It's like a different, it's like a happy thing. Happy. Minor. And minor, man. I like that change though. Nah, I'm gonna change it up for you. Can you see me staring right back at you? Can you feel my arms holding you tight, tight, tight? I know there are times when you feel like you're alone. Hold on strong, and your faith will guide you home. You'll find that it was love that held you till the end. Yes, sir. Can you see me? I'm walking right next to you. Can you feel my arms holding you tight, tight, tight? I know there are times when you feel like you're alone. So hold on strong, and your faith will guide you home. You'll find that it was love that held you till the end. Right there, the background vocals. there are times when you feel like you're alone. Just hold on strong, and your faith will guide you home. You'll find that it was love that held you until the end. I'm gonna pick it up right here. Here we go. I know there are times when you feel like you're alone. Hold on strong, and I will guide you home. You'll find that it was my love that held you till the end. Can you see me? I'm walking right next to you. Can you feel my arms holding you tight, tight, tight? Oh, yeah, yeah. That song's called "Hold On Strong." It's a banger, y'all. That's a banger right there, baby. When the right producer gets a hold of that song, it's gonna be awesome. That was a song I wrote. Oh man, that was a lot of years ago. That was something that probably 2010, maybe 2010. Let me try this other one real quick. Let me see if I can get this one here. Let me tune up again. The guitar sounds so loud with my lapel on, man. Maybe to me in my ears it sounds better, but I can't tell. But I don't want to play with it. You know, it's not the. It wouldn't. I don't think it'd come through clear on that other end. Let's see here. It just feels like this thing should be louder. not a drummer, so that sounds terrible. I want to get it to, I want it to swing a little bit. Brothers and sisters, faith is a good thing. If you want to receive, you got to believe faith is a good thing. Brothers and sisters, love is a good thing. There's a God above, pouring down his love for a sinner like me, yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Sometimes my faith just ain't strong. It's hard for me to love myself, let alone anyone else. The good Lord says he loves me, and if I believe with the faith of a mustard seed, that mountain will be gone. So I keep doing the best that I can. Doing the best that I can. I'm gonna be strong and keep holding on. Doing the best that I can. I probably got off time, but I'm gonna try and play this thing. Here we go. Brothers and sisters, faith is a good thing. If you want to receive, you got to believe faith is a good thing. Sweet love is a good thing. True love is a good thing. There's a God above. He's pouring down his love for you and for me, yeah. Sometimes my faith just ain't strong. It's hard for me to love myself, let alone anyone else. Yes, Lord. The good Lord says he loves me. I believe with the faith of a mustard seed, that mountain will be gone. Be gone, mountain, be gone. So I keep doing the best that I can. Doing the best that I can. I'm gonna be strong and keep holding on. Doing the best I can. That was probably the worst ending in history. But that's the song. I'm gonna be strong, keep holding on, doing the best that I can. So I'm gonna be strong and keep holding on, doing the best I can. Yeah! Whoa! Woo! That was that song was called Good Thing. I mean, I haven't played that in so long. I'm sorry, I kind of butchered it, but that song I wrote back in 2012. Wrote that song back in 2012 for a friend of mine. A friend of mine that was struggling with alcoholism, or alcoholic, and my dad was an alcoholic growing up, and so I wrote that for them, letting them realize if they, having faith isn't bad, and accepting love isn't bad. You got to accept those things and have faith, and you keep doing the best you can, no matter what. You keep doing the best you can. Ricky, I'm gonna give you an update on my son's plumbing. So I think we fixed the leak. I think the leak's fixed. He sent me a picture this morning. It was still kind of wet. The mud, it was still muddy, like there was a lot of mud, but it wasn't full of water. So I told him, I said, son, that's a good thing. It looks like we fixed it because it wasn't full of water this morning. I imagine if it was leaking all night long, there would have been a good puddle, but all it was mud. So since it's just mud, I think we're good. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm not a plumber, but we got the job done. And my son doesn't have a leak in the. All right, thank you, brother. He didn't have a leak anymore, and that was he like I said, he was spending between $400 and $500 a month on his water bill because of that leak. I would think the people that sold him that house knew about the leak, but didn't tell him. Because that's something you don't just miss it. Let me see something. I was playing with this the other day, and I think this is one of the coolest things. Let me find it. See if I can get this in a. Let me see if I can lower that down, right, so I don't freak everyone out. No, I don't want to mess that up. So let me go here. I want to see what key we're in on this thing. E minor. I don't think I did that in E minor. What, baby?
Dad,
Huh?
I want you to take my baby a bath. I don't want to.
Okay, well, don't put it in the bathtub.
But orange messed her up, and I already taken her bath, and now orange messed it up.
No, you can't do that.
Take orange phone away.
Check this out right here.
Dad, take orange phone away.
No, I'm not taking this phone away. Go back inside. She wants to get her brother in trouble. All right, I'll be in there in a minute. This is the drum beat right coming in. All right. daughter's hanging out here. Break him out, brother. Thanks, Lawrence. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, brother. I'm gonna shut this down right here. But what?
I like that little drum beat right there. That right there. Hey! Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally digging in that app, man.
I'm totally digging this little app, man. Y'all, man, I've had such a good night hanging out with y'all, man. I gotta get in there and start working out stuff with my family for tomorrow. I think next time I come in here, I'm gonna make up a set list and just kind of. I'm gonna try not to wing it. But I want to say thank y'all for hanging out with Ricky. Thank you for hanging out with Ricky. Appreciate it, brother. Lawrence, thanks for all the gifts, brother. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. I'm gonna do this real quick. I worked this out earlier. Let me exit this here, and let me see. Here we go.
Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us, and until next time, be good to each other and work harder than you did yesterday. LPK out.